Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, neighbor's mother wants my husband's parking spot permanently. Financially struggling lady in SUV needs help for her and her kids, but the help that was offered wasn't sufficient. A cop asked for a Togo drink at the bar. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Neighbor's mother wants my husband's parking spot permanently. Our car was stolen in June and then returned to us at the end of July. It's being worked on and my husband has had to tell our neighbor's mother who visits she can no longer park in our parking spot. All well and good until today when I am coming home from some errands. The lady is on our stoop asking for my husband and if there is a way he can extend her parking allowance in our spot. She explains she is moving into the townhouse next to us to help care for her grandkids and she sees that our car is a lost cause. She has said that us losing our car was great so she can park closer to the townhouse and not have to park on the street. What I told her and what my roommate/landlord has told her is thus: the car is being returned and instated in October and you have until then to make arrangements. This woman, who I am assuming has no sense of reality, said the chances of our car ever working is nil and that we should just give her the parking spot. Our townhouses have assigned parking and guest parking spots are adjacent. I told her she has to wait till my husband comes home and talk to him. She literally said she won't talk to him and will just take the spot whenever she wants, regardless if we get our car working or not. Car is currently at my husband's father's being worked on. I know it seems petty, but I am considering calling a tow truck the next time she does this. Tow her till she figures it out. Towing, gone. Save the tow company number in your phone, lol. She will get hint the first time that her wish.com attempt at bullying you won't work. Not petty at all. Additionally, put a sign advertising the local tow company in your front window. People like this neighbor will not respond to calm logical reasoning. She just gave you a heads up that she will take the parking spot and you can lump it. You can waste time and energy and breath trying to reason with her, but in the end you'll be at the same point. You'll need to tow her car to get the point across. She's a bully and will bully you if you let her. This must be a tactic that works for her. Tow the car. Be prepared for screaming and yelling on her part. Her son, who rents the townhouse next to us, just told me to tow her ass next time she does. Now he doesn't want her moving in with him or his wife if this is how she treats his neighbors. Absolutely call the tow truck the very first time she does it. And when you leave, set an orange cone in the spot. Nasty note optional, lol. Why are you considering a tow truck? Give her a warning that this is what will happen, then have her towed. You sound nice, OP. You are bothered enough by this situation to write here. Don't be a doormat. I would not let her use it again regardless if you have the car back. Have it towed or she'll never give it up. Get a camera, because I'm getting serious vibes she will tamper with your car when it is back. Then she will say, I was right, it is a lost cause. Tow her. Also, do not let her use it at all. It doesn't matter that your car is not there. Do you have a bicycle? Or any type of play car, or anything to park there during this time? Maybe even some lawn chairs? Be firm. She doesn't need to talk to your husband. You've already told her no. That should be the end of it. Financially struggling lady in SUV needs help for her and her kids, but the help that was offered wasn't sufficient. I was on the 4-mile walk home from work in the Texas heat with my uniform still on when a lady in an SUV at a parking lot exit honked and waved me over. It was in my path anyway, so decided to see what's up. She then explains that she and her kids are in a desperate situation and need help with food, money, or anything that might help them out. She says she has multiple kids and they are all starving. She says they've gone to churches, asked family, asked around and need all the help they can get. I explained that I'm struggling myself and don't have any food or money I can provide. I didn't go into detail or elaborate on this, but for context, I am currently living paycheck to paycheck and trying to save what little I can while living alone in my one-bedroom apartment. Even a car with car payments / insurance / gas and health insurance is out of my budget currently. I'm fine with walking, can pay my bills and rent, can buy food each month and save a little bit at a time, but I'm certainly not in a position to be helping out others, unfortunately. Anyway, after I explained that I can't, she says, "Really, you don't have anything? Anything would really help us." I was carrying what were clearly 2 packs of paper towels home, the cheap store brand, of course. Maybe she thought I had food in the bags as well? Who knows? I told her she could have one of my packs of paper towels if she needed the help that badly, but that's all I've got. Her daughter, who I assume is a teenager, scoffed and said something to her mom, though I couldn't tell what. The mom then said there isn't exactly much I can do with paper towels. Whatever. I tell her there isn't anything else I can do then, tell her have a good day and walk away, and she drives off. She was polite enough in the initial exchange, and I can empathize with somebody's struggles and have no idea what they may be going through, which is why I offered anything. After it was clear what I offered wasn't up to her standards, then the disrespect came. I don't really get it. If I was struggling to the point of starvation, I would take anything that was offered to me while being extremely grateful. Hell, if I was living out of a car, then paper towels would be amazing. I'd even use them as a pillow if I was that desperate and didn't have another option, lol. I get food and money was what she was primarily after, but hey, not everyone is going to be in a position to do that. Lashing out and being rude when help is offered, regardless of how small, is pretty messed up in my opinion. That's not a lady in need. That's a hustler. I will never understand this, all these hours and effort to convince strangers to give you money. It's almost a job. Then just go and work for it. She can afford an SUV, insurance on an SUV, gas and maintenance, driver's license and registration on an SUV. She's got money coming from somewhere. A teenager who can't afford pads or tampons would take paper towels in a heartbeat. That's a new twist, SUV driver begging from someone on foot. Beggars can't be choosers, as the old expression goes. You were trying to help, but also, you don't owe anyone anything, especially when they're being so rude. It's a hustle. They just want money. I've been told that they do pretty well. Street hustlers, I mean. A cop asked for a Togo drink at the bar. To start, I have nothing against cops. I think they put their lives on the line for us, and I respect them, most of them. We had a customer named Rick, and he was a city cop. He was an okay guy, I guess kind of arrogant and entitled, because he thought he was so great because he was a cop. One busy night, when the bar was crazy, he beckoned me from around the corner. I went over. He had a drink in his hand, and he thrust it towards me. "Can you put this in a Togo cup for me?" I just looked at him, not believing what I had just heard. I had never had someone ask me for their drink to go, let alone a police officer. I asked him if he was serious, and he said yes. I told him that he of all people in this bar had no right to ask me that, and that he should be ashamed of himself. He did not say anything and then just walked away. Later on that night, he settled his tab and left his usual %10 tip. His friend, Danny, not a cop, was a real stand-up guy and a great tipper. He saw the tip Rick had left us and admonished him, saying that we girls worked hard and deserved a lot more than that. I was loving it, because the guy got what we deserved, and we got a %20 tip. Guess he got his. Thanks, Danny. This happened over 15 years ago. At the time, to have an open container of alcohol in the car was illegal. I do not know if the laws have changed since then. I live in CT. Cops put their lives on the line for us? You mean like the fine, brave men who victoriously saved the children in the Uvalde school shooting? A cab. Probably 10 to 15% of my alcohol sales are to go. It was a perk of COVID. I think you misunderstand. The police officer had been drinking and requested what was left of the current drink to be put in a Togo cup. Which means that, not only was he intending to drink while intoxicated, but drink and drive, too. Good on you, OP, for stopping that. When a cop's reputation is that bad in plain company, it usually means they're god-awful people. I live in a very rural area, and if you hear a whiff of a rumor about a bad cop, you avoid them like the plague. Unless you have money. I think they put their lives on the line for us. They put their lives on the line for themselves and their predictable salaries. They are highly compensated considering how little education and training is required to become one. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.